All right, so in the world of SEO and WordPress, there's a ton of plugins and a ton of things you can do to optimize your site to index better in search engines, primarily Google. Um, in my opinion, probably the two best plugins for all around SEO support in WordPress are Yoast and All-in-One SEO. Um, I don't know if it's a matter of just the fact that I've been using it for so long and I prefer it and I've seen that it works. That being said, I've used both Yoast and All-in-One. I tend to prefer All-in-One in my WordPress websites, or utilizing it on my WordPress websites, I should say. I see good results. There's some things you have to do on top of it to ensure that your website is properly indexed, and more importantly that your social is set up properly and your open graph tags and things like that. But but for the most part, I find that all-in-one does everything I need and it's really easy to set up. So I thought I'd walk you through the process of getting that plugin installed, um, and then going from there. So of course, if you're not familiar with installing plugins, you within your WordPress dashboard after you've logged in, you click plugins, add new. You can search for plugins. I always just go all in one SEO pack. You know, 1 million active installations. That's comparable with Yoast probably in terms of how many sites are running it. Install, activate. You gotta love WordPress and how quick it is. Welcome to SEO, all in one SEO pack. So there is a lot of documentation you can read and things like that. But I found that the right off the get-go, there's a few things that you should do, and um, that is, of course, your website title, your website description. I usually leave all these as the default. I mean, over time, I'm sure that they've been developed to be optimized for the best. So there's not too much you have to do there unless you really want to customize it. I always leave it on posts and pages. You don't really need your media attachment pages um, being tagged and things like that. Display settings. So there's some all-in-one settings you can get. Google Webmaster Tools. So this is really important. Make sure you sign up for Google Webmaster Tools, Bing Webmaster Center, and if you're interested in Pinterest, which I'm mostly not, um, but Pinterest does have site verification now. Uh, Google Plus profile is a good thing to have. Um, there's a big debate about that, but I say add it. Why not, right? And then most importantly, your Google Analytics ID. So add that. I skip the no index settings off launch. I leave it with the defaults. Um, and that's pretty much it. Once you have your Google Analytics ID configured in there, you can then also add the site to Google Webmaster Tools and things like that. So that's pretty much it for that setting. For the general settings, anyways, of the plugin, it's pretty straightforward. It takes a few minutes to set up. Uh, but the great thing that I've found is that when you're adding a new post to WordPress, you have your title, you have your content, your all the rest of your fun stuff. But there's also it creates a new. I mean, Yoast is doing the same thing. Most SEO plugins probably do the same thing, but you can quickly add your all-in-one SEO title and description just to ensure that those tags are set properly. If you don't want the page to show up in Google, this is a quick way to no index it so it won't be crawled. But yeah, that's basically it. All-in-one is definitely a good tool. I usually find my sites rank once I get them into Google Webmaster Tools and do the poll, probably within about 2 to 3 days. And everything's good going forward. I have no issues ranking. So that's my review and tutorial. It's a good one. Word.